everybody, here we are, 21st of November, and we're on tile 600. Can you imagine? We have sat here and we've done these little lives 600 times. And it doesn't matter whether you were with me from the very beginning or you're starting today. These tiles give you the opportunity to take a moment for yourself and just sit and draw something. Doesn't have to be crazy, doesn't have to be busy. You can do as much or as little as you like, but we've done so many different things. And what an achievement for us all to have done that. And of course, in the process of building up this wonderful community that we have, where people are just so nice to each other and always helpful. So let's make a start, shall we? You notice on the desk I've got a few extra bits and pieces today. It's very rare that I use stencils or other bits and things, but I thought today we could just have a little bit of a change and do a few, a few little techniques maybe, see how it goes. So what have I got? First of all, let's have a look. Pen, pencil, tortillon as always. Coloured pencils. Of course, I've got my new pens now, these ones. So I'm going to use those. I brought some water and a bottle because I'm going to need that. And I've already pre-inked a little bit. I do ink my tiles first so they can dry. But with this one, I've inked part of a sun. And this way I've got this because I took it out of the Halloween background stencils. I've used the larger shape. But you can see there, I've only used a section of it. So I've masked this bit off. So I've just got this bit left. You see? There you go. So let's move those out of the way. And that's what I've started with. So bringing this on, I'm going to sort of do the, a little bit in pencil first, I think, and then we'll see how we go from there, shall we? So you can do this on either side. You don't have to do it the same as me. I know I tend to do things on the left side, well, because left-handed, and that's just how it works. But here we go. I'm going to put myself a bit of a line down. Not have to go all the way to the bottom, about there. And then I'm going to imagine I've got a triangle here, but it's going to go off the page. So it's going to sort of come over here, look like this. Let's get along here and down here. So again, going off the page, if you need it to, it's fine. It's about there. All right, that's the starting point. So I'm going to sort of turn it a little bit, and I'm going to put some little curves. So can you all remember where you were when you did your first tile? Did you work through lockdown with me, or did you join later? Have you only just found us? It seems such a long time ago, doesn't it? We were in a very different place, I'm sure. You see what I've got there? Let's go in. Like that. So what I want to do now is I want to kind of do make little shapes like that. So whether you come there or start there, it doesn't matter. And if you go out a little bit, doesn't matter either. And then here, I'm sort of going to bring this bottom one along there a little bit. So let's just get rid of that, you see? So I've got kind of a bit going there. Do the same on this side. So I want, again, little sort of shapes, like so. I didn't want to do something completely elaborate today. I thought we'd keep it nice and gentle and just sort of go with the flow. I'm going to take that sort of centre line out now. All right. Okay. So I'm coming in with pen now, and at any point you don't have to stick with pen if you don't want to. It's absolutely fine. You can come and do this in with pencil. I'm going to draw in that shape. Look, hold on. Sort of wobble it, see? Let's do another one. So I'm only using that little bit as a guide. I'm going to come on in then. Put these bits in. So it's sort of, keep it light and wobble it a little bit. Do this side first. Now I don't want them to join in the middle. So they're sort of going to end like that. Of course, if you you don't have to have them so they're even, because they're not going to be, are they? Okay. And into this one. Look. Now this bit here, see it's going off the page. And that bit there, let's turn it round now. And we're going to sort of bring in a little bit of a, see, like a wobbly kind of shape, like so. All right, let's get rid of these pencil lines then. All right. Okay. Just a little bit sorted. And then just sort of on the inside here, I'm going to put a few lines. I know we've got like the bit of the sun in there, but that's, or the moon, whichever, well, the sun, definitely. That's fine. But we're going to add in some of these lines, see, as we work our way down. There we go. Kind of a little bit random, but there you go. Let's just move it out a bit so you can see that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to switch to pencil for a minute. Put my trunk in now. These I'm going to go a little bit thinner at the top, a little bit wider at the bottom, but not too much like that. Okay. And of course, I've got my little bit of horizon there, so I can see it here. Let's put it in so we know what we're working to. Come back to that in a short while. Let's do this bit first. Notice always I find it easier to create little shapes coming towards me rather than trying to do it horizontally. So I've got a little bit of land at this front end. And around the trunk here, I want to put some like, but not little pebbles, they're a little bit bigger than that, like kind of boulders. So you're hiding that bottom bit of the trunk there. Let's put one in there, look. So they're not really a particular shape. They're kind of a bit of a flattened oval, but a bit of a wobble to it as well. And I'm going to come along here, look, and do a few smaller ones as well. So they kind of grow here. Well, they grow, you know what I mean? Boulders don't grow. But, you know, so little kind of pebbles from there, look, they sort of wander off. That gives us a nice little bit to go on. Look at that. Alright, next bit then. So we're all staying warm today. Not gonna lie, it's a bit cold here. We're all feeling it. Oh, Joe, you have cake. Oh my goodness me, yeah, for day one. I was so frightened about doing that first one. I never knew what I was doing. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know if anybody was going to watch. And of course, they've really evolved. And they're completely now in kind of my style. And it's more about, these days I think it's more about the drawing than, I mean, mindfulness is brilliant, isn't it? But I'm teaching you to draw and that comes with it. But Sanntangle's so much more, isn't it, than a few lines on a piece of paper. Oh gosh, yeah, Vicky, 259. But even that, my goodness me, that's a while back, isn't it? Oh, is it so? Yeah. I think we're kind of similar here. Just feels it. Where are you, Chris? Oh gosh. This is it, isn't it? We all, you know, we've all connected somehow with these lovely little shapes and these little things that we're doing. What about you, Maureen? What was your first tile? And was it you that found it, or did Louise? And then, of course, you two met Rose. Oh, I remember I'd got a piece of string and it was holding the camera, which is my phone, onto a stand I'd got. And I was hoping it would work. I had to stand on the front sort of part of my chair because I couldn't sort of see the messages coming through. It's like a different world, isn't it? World away. Now I've sort of gone behind my rocks there, but there's nothing stopping you to come over some if you want to. So you've got a little bit of You know, a little bit of distance going on there. So let's put these rocks in. They've got a flatter base, of course. Oh, Joe. Do you know what? The fact that you had a go and you actually did it, you saved yourself. You really did. Number 2, Sue. Back in the day. I mean, what, do you ever go back and look at your tiles and look at what you did? I bet there's a huge difference now. Oh, was it Vicky? They are the backbone of what we do, aren't they? Oh, Kathy, yeah, wow. It's a shame we don't do the tile swaps, I know. It's just, it didn't quite work. It got a little bit crazy, didn't it? Because not everybody got them and not everybody shared them. But we do our diaries though, so. Oh, Maureen, yeah. Gosh, back on the day in Crane Craft. That was a long time ago now, wasn't it? I'm going to put some little lines on. Now, if you sort of just kind of brush your pen over it, you get this kind of random sort of line. Oh, did you, Kath? Yeah, look at that. See, that's going off so it looks somewhere else, doesn't it? Let's put a couple of little marks on some of these little rocks, look. Just little lines. It's almost like you've knocked your pen. Okay, let's get rid of these pencil lines then. Done a lot, haven't we? It's amazing. Oh, see, I didn't put that in pen, that little bit there. Get rid of that in there. Okay. Oh, right. So we've got to do something here now. I'm certainly going to come in and put that in pen because it's going to stay, so we have to do that. Okay. And then we need a bit of land in the background here because we've got this sort of sun on it. Let's have a look. Doesn't matter. Let's put a little bit of a wobble in. Now again, I'm not pressing on too hard with my pen here. I just want a little bit of something in the distance. See? Oh my goodness, Glennis. Yeah, that's crazy. We had to stop doing acrylic templates and stencils because we couldn't get hold of the material. Because with lockdown and everything, all the acrylic was going to make separational things. Okay, so I've got a little line there. Right. Oh, Viv. Oh, hang on. Oh. Doesn't want to, hang on, it doesn't want to zoom me in. I think my fingers are a bit cold. And it's not kind of getting... Oh, I really want to zoom, but it's not going to let me. All right, we'll leave it then. We'll have to go with it. I'll bring it up in a minute. So I'm going to start. Now at the top here, I'm going to sort of do a squiggly. And then do that. Squiggly. Yeah. It's a squiggle, see? And then I'm going to work my way down. See, squiggle. Now they're not all going to be the same length. Yeah, look, squiggle. Remember, these are sort of in the distance. I'm going to sort of stop about there, so it needs a little bit of a trunk. Okay, try and keep them vertical if you can. So I'm going to put another one in. Okay, I'm going to sort of squiggle at the top, look. It's kind of like a wobbly line, and there's nothing there that you can do that's going to make it look wrong. You want it a little bit wider maybe at the bottom, but other than that, try and keep it random. Little ones like different sizes there. So let's bring another one in a bit close. You don't want them to be uniform. I don't think trees growing uniform, do they? There's a squiggly look. I'm going to put a couple here, sort of right on that top edge. But they're going to be small, look. Let's do another one. Again, squiggly kind of shape on the top. And then along. Squiggles. Oh, do you know what? I cannot thank you all enough for continuing to watch, taking part and sharing your stories and your pictures. It's been absolutely brilliant, hasn't it? What a team. Okay. So again, let's on we go. So I'm sort of working my way along. We've got quite a little forest. Oh, Alice, did you put a picture on the Hobby Maker fans page the other day of a watercolour? I think it was you, wasn't it? It looked fabulous. But that's the thing, isn't it? This is not just about, you know, doing one single thing, is it? It mixes into everything you do. Look at that, like a lovely little... See, now that tree looks like it's sort of in mid-air. That's because I've been following that line, like that. So if I put that in and then put a couple of little lines in, look. There we go. See? This looks now like it's sort of there, isn't it? I'm going to do similar sort of here. I'm going to put a couple of little lines. Again, remember me saying, if you just sort of drag your pen along a bit, if you think you can't quite work that, then use an older pen. Oh, Joanne, we had snow here yesterday. Okay, so we want to have a little bit of this in the water. Now, I'm not going to use my coloured pens for this because I'm going to use that for something else in a minute. So let's have a look. You see here? I'm going to put myself a line in to help me. All right, it's not going to sort of go with the whole arc, but it's going to sort of be there, like, see? Imagine like a bit of a mirrored image. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put some lines. Sort of in that area. See? Oh, sorry. So I'm going to pull them across. Let me see. Let's go in a little bit more. I don't want it to be a complete focal point, but as long as we've got something there that kind of gives it a bit of representation, okay? All right. So I'm going to put this pen away and I'm going to bring in, I've got a blue. It's the sort of the darker, the army kind of blue, and I've got the khaki colour. So let's start with, let's have a look. I'm going to go with the blue first. And I want to kind of imagine these trees in the water. So let's turn it over. Oh, that's lovely, Wendy. We've all got our stories, haven't we? I think that's brilliant because they're all so different. I'm not going to do them because they're so far away, they're not going to reach the water. But you know what? It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter whether you're brilliant at it, you're not so good, whether it's not exactly what you want, as long as you've enjoyed that moment and, you know, just spent some time with people or like-minded people who enjoy doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter. You don't have to show everybody, and you keep trying. Everybody does their own version, so. You see how I'm doing this? I'm not making it as heavy. You see, they're kind of squiggles, but they're nowhere near as heavy as that, you see? Okay. So I'm just going to put a couple of little lines in here. Don't overdo it, just a few, okay? And I'm going to do similar with my green. Just sort of, say it's kind of a bluey green anyway. Just going to put that up a bit. You see? So I've hardly put any in. So let's come in with pencil for a moment. I want to do, oh, not that one. I'm going to use the other. Let's do little bit of pencil in here. So I'm going around the place. See where that goes underneath that one? Where we put these little marks on, we're going to make them work for us. I'm going to put pencil there as well, see? A bit there. And just little hints on those. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to bring a little bit in there. Just underneath, see? And then looking at these bits, I'm going to put a bit there, like I missed a bit. Oh, it's just lovely, isn't it? Just put a little bit of shading under there. Oh, Susan, that's lovely. Not that you're having a stressful time, but the fact that you found something to help you. It's amazing, isn't it, how many people that we've now got on this page and how many lives we touch. Oh, Maureen, thank you. It's just sometimes I like to do something different if I can. And I thought for tile 600, why not do something a little bit different? We've done a few landscapes, I know. So I'm just going to put a little bit under there. But I just thought it'd be nice to do this one today. Something, let's say, different from the norm. I mean, it can't be, it's a world away from the mittens, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to soften that. If anyone's going, what's she about mittens? We did a tile and we drew some mittens on Tuesdays. I think we were all feeling the cold, weren't we? You see wandering in there. I'm not going to worry about that bit there. And along we go. So it's not going to go completely, but I don't really mind that. I didn't want to start masking off and getting crazy with things. I think we've got to learn to not mind. Not so much mind. Alright. See, so it's sort of... it's kind of filling up that piece now, isn't it? We're not completely filled it, but we're just adding those little bits to it. Turn it round. And into those. And you see how it kind of just wanders off. I'm not colouring the whole thing. Look, I'm sort of touching it as I go. Okay. So I'm going to bring. Now I was considering what do I use for my wood for the tree trunk here. So I've got two. I've got teak and mahogany, but if you notice the mahogany is slightly redder. So because it's in the foreground, I'm going to add a little bit of mahogany in. It's a very red wood, so see, just sort of bring a touch in. It's going to really put that at the foreground where we want it. And then a little bit of khaki. And I'm going to go underneath, you know, where we've already put that shadow. Circles, look, swirls, and then just pull it out a little bit, really lightly. Let's have a look. See? So I'm not trying to colour it in, just sort of extending out that colour. Really lightly. Alright. So it's starting to give it a little bit of it filling it kind of thing. I'm not worried that, I say that orange is there. I'm not trying to fill that or lose it in any way. It's there, so that's okay. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. It's a nice calming one, isn't it? You can make a lot of it. You know, if you wanted to do a little bit more, you know, you could add more trees in the foreground, or you could add these on both sides. I would never put a tree like this in the middle. Always one side or the other, kind of. I mean, even if it was slightly further in. But I like the fact that it's going off. Off the top there, so it makes it look really tall. Alright, so you see I've filled some of it in. So I'll bring my dark or deep green in now. It's going to come in a little bit more. See, just on those little bits, just to give it that little bit of shadow. Looks like a nose and a mouth, doesn't it? I know everybody's is different. So. Of course, this would make a great, if you wanted to do a Christmas tree. Oh, Viv did it. Well done. Don't put it away. Use it. Christmas is ages away. Oh, use it now. Enjoy it. I know. Alice was really excited because she got your order and she's like, oh, look, Viv's ordered. We were like, what's she ordered? We were all excited for you. Oh, Joe, yeah, you could do the Loch Ness Monster. We did that. If you're not sure how to draw that, we did it in Riverside Row. There's a little Loch Ness Monster. And there's a swan in there too. Okay, so I'm going to bring a bit of green into these. So notice I've not gone for a brighter green today. If it's too bright, it's going to sort of change the whole mood of the piece. It's going to look like it's got a bit more sun going on, and this piece doesn't have that. Yeah. Oh, Viv, open it. Say I said it was okay. Use it. And more if it's wrapped up as a Christmas present, I won't open it. That is one thing. But, you know, I do believe that Christmas presents are for Christmas, just as birthday presents are for birthday and that. But, okay. It's going to bring in, like, got a bit mid-grey here. It's going to kind of add a touch of substance to those rocks. Again, I'm not pressing on hard. It's kind of a bit of a swirl. And just expanding what I've got there. Okay. There we go. So, needs a little bit of something kind of up here too. I think first thing I'm going to do is bring a bit of pencil in. Just on the edges. Just want to have a little bit of shadow over there. Okay. So just round the edges like that. Yeah, a cake floating. And I'm going to add a little bit of pencil along, see? A little bit there. I'm not going to overdo that, just a little bit. Tortillon. So I'm going to ease this in, look. So notice I've not gone all the way down to the horizon line there. Just wanted it at the top edge. Let's just soften that. I had got a little tiny little bit of blue ink there, but I didn't want to overdo it. Oh, Viv, I've got, I don't know how many quilts I've got ready to go. I think you should just start them. I really want to do another one of those monochrome bargellos. I'm like, John, I'll do another one in this colour. He's like, have you got time? I'm like, no, not really. But they look lovely when they're done. Yeah, Dobby's here today. I still don't know what's gone on that meeting. He's going to debrief me, he says, when he knows more. So watch this space. There's definitely something happening. A letter came, and within 30 minutes, they were all in my office. They're like, no, you can't come in. We've got something to discuss. So he's going to debrief me this weekend. I think they're anxiously waiting there for some more information. I think that's what he said. When I have more information, I will inform you. That's very ominous. Look at that, see, just working that in. Gives it a little bit of some kind of wispy clouds. Okay, so I want to bring in, you know, from my stencil that I took this shape from. Now, if you haven't got it, don't worry. It's a circle. You don't have to do it. You can do it by hand. But I've also got little bats on this. You see, I've got some really tiny ones. So I want to bring in a couple of little bats. And again, if you think you're not sure, you can't draw them. Let's have a look at this. Look, it's a V shape, isn't it? Look, it's a V shape with a little bit of a swirl on the end. So I don't normally use stencils, but I'm just going to dab it off a bit. I don't want them too heavy. But I just think in this occasion, it's tile 600. I can do what I like. And we could put birds in, but I just thought it was better of a twilight kind of idea, doing little bats. Let's have a little look. There they are. I'm going to put a third one in up here, look. And again, I'm just going to have it slightly going off. Take don't want it to be sort of really dark. Let's have a look at that. There we go. So it looks like they're coming out of the tree, doesn't it? Put a little bit of it. An edge there. Looks like they're coming out of the tree. Look at that. Okay. Oh, Rose. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit crazy. You think, oh, do I really want to do this? I think what I'll do first, I'm going to put my initials here, because then I've done everything I need to do. It does. Yeah, it does. This looks like, look, a nose and a face. Well, look, little eyes, nose, face. Yeah. What I want to do is I want to completely mask this off here. So I've got a little bit of cardstock. Just going to turn it this way. I'm going to mask off that bit because I don't want that sort of sunset to be affected. And then I'm going to come in with my water. Now I know I'm going to take my board away because I don't want my board. Don't mind the desk, I can wipe the desk. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, you ready? Now I'm not going to do it all over and I'm not going to go crazy with it. All right, you ready? You see what's happened? Let's do one more. A bit more. So I'm going to keep it there. There we go. See what's happened? Look, it's starting to move a little bit. Yeah, this is what these pens are going to do. And it's going to give a little bit of an impression that it's water. There we go. Oh, so let me zoom now, look. See? So if I wanted to help it a little bit, I can touch it. Look, touch it a little bit. Not too much. Just let it do its thing. You see? A little bit over there, maybe. So what's going to happen is the main drawing, the main line is there. It's going to stay. And then the colours that's left from it is going to move with the water. Okay. Now let's have a look. I know some of it, look, has gone over a little bit. You see, but I'm okay with that because this is where we've got land. So that's okay. Just touch that a little bit. And of course, we can make that look as it should. But this is all going to do its own thing. So I'm going to completely let that dry. Let's just come out a little bit. So you've got this very natural kind of feel. Just move that a little bit more. You could use a brush, but a finger's just going to dab it. Look, it's just going to give it a little bit of interest there. And because, of course, we completely masked this, it means that that has not got touched at all. We've got that lovely, wonderful kind of sun in the background. And because I only used a very light spritz, I've not overdone it. You see, look, it's just done that. Yeah. Rose, no. My original fine liners, my black ones, don't move with water. They are permanent, okay? There is I know that this one says kind of the same thing. I do apologise about that. I should have had that took off. My fault. Once it dries very quick, and once it dries, you see, once that dries, it's permanent. But look, you've got the tree that I drew with the pens. You've still got the drawing, but it's allowed some of the pigments to move across the paper. So you've kind of got to be free with it. You've got to let it do its thing. And of course, the colours I used there, I did use this one, the kind of Air Force blue, and I used the khaki colour. See, let's have a look. All right, there you go. Now, you can mix and match. You can use whatever colour you like. You can use a bit of a red if you want. You can use a bit of grey. But other than that, there you go. So hopefully you're going to give this a go. This is why I've drawn everything in with pen. So you see here, Rose, and you're asking about my pen. This was drawn with my black pen, wasn't it? My fine liner. You see, it's not moved at all. Whereas this one has, which is working in its favour. Just got to leave it to dry then. And that's it. Even if you do that and you really spritz it and add a little bit of salt in, you'll get a little bit of a similar effect with the salt as well. So have a bit of fun with this one. I say take it easy, do it gradually. Maybe do a little bit of a practice first before you draw everything and just see what they're going to do. and then have a bit of fun with them. Okay, have a lovely weekend, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you've enjoyed our number 600, and have a lovely weekend, and I'll catch you again next Tuesday for 601. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy. Bye.